starting to appear more as you look ahead. But imagine when it's dark and your headlights are hitting it.
Yeah, and it was much colder than this too.
Yeah.
So it would have been really steaming.
Really dramatic, yeah.
Yeah. He probably felt sheltered by it, invisible. He talked about that sometimes. He said sometimes he felt like he could get away with anything.
Oh, yeah.
He was invisible.
He said I was incredibly lucky a lot of times.
Yeah.
Driving drunk with a girl dead in your car. And here's his parking lot.
So he asked her to help.
Yeah. Can you just
help
help
him
me
out
get my
just
boots,
over here.
Snow boots to the car?
It's not very far. She probably would have said, no problem. Okay.
Yeah, so Caryn and Ray are walking in and she says, Ray, will you go get that magazine? Will you go get the Playboy for me? Or the Vixen, sorry, the Vixen.
The Viva.
Viva! And Ray is a little frustrated, as the kids allude to in their interviews, like with Caryn, and he says, no, I'm gonna go sit by the fire, go get it yourself. And that was the last thing he ever said to her.
Yeah.
And she went up with her key and opened the room and was never seen again. And there is another fireplace back here. They were here. I think it was cozier then too.
Yeah.
It really turned it into more of a bar scene. But more or less, this is it. This is what it looked like. And it would have been pretty busy and bustling, no doctors.
So she came in through that door there after the steam pot.
Yes.
Came in here.
And she goes over to the elevator and the kids follow. The kids are right behind her. And as she's getting in the elevator, both Jenny and Greg are coming with her, and she goes, no, you kids go back with your dad. I'll be down in just a minute. And they're like, we want to come with you. And she said, no, I'm going to go by myself. Go with your dad. And then she goes to the elevator. She gets out here and she sees the other doctors, and they're like, hey, you're Ray's girlfriend, right? Yeah, Caryn, hi. You're going to go to the party? No, we're just going to go. I'm just going to go back to the room to get a magazine. Okay. All right, well, we'll see you later. They get in the elevator and go down, and she begins her walk this way, which this used to be connected, and she looks down and sees Bundy, and she says, hey, sees him struggling with his ski boots, trying to carry his ski boots on crutches, and she said, would you like a hand with that? And he looks up and he's like, sure. But the thing that always gets me is, she is the perfect woman victim for Bundy. So was it really that coincidental, or did Bundy know she was coming? Them talking, he might have heard an opportunity in that, and so then he just positions himself here. And she goes in. He might have thought she was going to come this way, but she didn't, or but he's just hanging out here. And this is where that woman said she saw a guy hanging out. That's another clue, because we know what floor Caryn came out of, which hotel floor, because of the guest she spoke to. And then Bundy, I think, describes it as, well, she looked down and she saw me struggling, and she asked me, do you need help with your boots? And he was right there, and he had been trying to get the attention of some women in the pool. He said in one article that I read in the Aspen Daily News Times, and it was Caryn who yelled down, or said to him, would you like some help? And he said, well, yeah, could you help me? And she went over to these stairs, because I don't think these existed. Caryn comes down this way and greets Bundy and starts to help him, and they walk. Right out to the parking lot. travel advisories of brochures and stuff, they advised against driving on this road because it was dirt, you need four-wheel drive, tough road to navigate, huge herds of elk can delay your travel because they're in the middle of the road. So he chose this road because it was
isolated.
Yeah, an isolated road that he knew went to Snowmass. This is where they found Caryn's body, and Bundy had dumped her over the side of this hill. And I think you can assume that these bushes were smaller, and she basically rolled some mud or got stuck in the snow, maybe 10 feet off the side of the road, but it was so steep down this side, there's no way you would see her. Plus, it started snowing that night.
Wildwood is that way.
Yeah.
He was headed this way.
It started snowing at 10 o'clock that night, so snowplows in the morning would have come and covered her body up even more. Now, if you go down, if you see through there to that flat field, that's where they found her body, is I think all the way down there.